As someone who is into wine, my wife had been very much looking forward to our tasting at Tyrrell's. We felt lucky to have had Zach guide us through the variety of wines produced in Hunter Valley. Not only was he extremely knowledgeable, but he was very personable, taking time sit and talk with us about wine, pairings, the weather, or whatever else popped up in our conversations. As helpful and friendly as Zach was, the tasting wouldn't have been as memorable as it was if the wines were not of such good quality. We had the chance to sample 10 with our tasting, and ended with a problem of choosing which ones we wanted to take home with us most. I would recommend a tasting at Tyrrell's to anyone looking to find a good semi-lawn in Hunter Valley, anyone looking to have a personalized experience with an experienced winemaker, or anyone simply looking for an enjoyable day in the area. This experience was a highlight of our trip to the Hunter Valley. The wines were gorgeous, but a point many wineries miss is that it is those that lead the tasting that make the difference. Tyrrell's had experienced individuals leading the tasting that actually cared about the wine produced and took pride in the quality of the vintages. At the end of the day, paying for tasting levels the playing field and removes the guilt. If those leading the tasting lack the experience and skills to inspire, I'm not going to purchase. Tyrrell's were informative, knowledgeable, and took pride in the wines on offer and the service they delivered. Would definitely recommend. Thoroughly enjoyed our visit and wine tasting, a truly memorable experience. Being the oldest winery in the region, the Tyrrell's estate is teeming with history and significant ongoing family heritage, including the original house, shack positioned in pride of place near the tasting rooms. They should really consider creating a museum. We managed to be graced with a walk around the old and new stores and production areas. A true privilege. Our tour and wine tasting experience was wonderful, with Andrew devoting his time to our needs and education. Thank you. Would highly recommend. This was our second visit to Tyrrell's winery in the last year. We were there last year over Easter and had a fantastic wine tasting experience with Matilda. She was very knowledgeable about the wines and the quality was fantastic. She allowed us to try a lot of wines and talk through each one. We returned today and had Richard look after us. He too was excellent, sharing his knowledge of the wines and giving us a generous taste of plenty of good ones. An iconic Australian winery and family. A must-do when visiting the Hunter Valley. We did a number of winter tastings in Hunter Valley, but this was the best, not just for the wines but the location, ambience, and particularly Scott. He was so knowledgeable, without the usual wine snobbery, and really informative. He took extra time to answer our questions and help educate us on the history of the vineyard. I would highly recommend Scott and this vineyard. On a final note, they could upgrade their toilet facilities. Our group of 4 enjoyed an exceptional tasting experience yesterday at Tyrrell's. What a treat it was to be hosted by Scott, who is an amazing host with exceptional knowledge and a passion for wine. He had a very engaging personality and his relaxed approach was an asset as we worked our way through well-structured tasting flights. Our only disappointment was that he couldn't arrange for the kangaroos to appear during our visit.